Image, Amy Spinks, NETFLIX. All products featured here are independently selected by our editors and writers. If you buy something through links on our site, Mashable may earn an affiliate commission. If nothing else, The Old Guard on Netflix is a great reminder of how satisfying it is to see Charlize Theron kick some ass. But make no mistake, there's plenty more to commend about director Gina Prince Bythewood's take on the comic from Greg Rucka, which he also adapted here for film. Theron stars as Andromache of Scythia, Andy for short, the leader of a squad of immortal warriors who have spent centuries fighting for what they think is right, based on their lived experiences over all those years. And as it turns out, the contours of that moral compass are wholly shaped by the group's individual and shared traumas. Andy, for example, has intimate knowledge of the persecution women were subjected to in the midst of 16th-century witch hunts in Europe. Nikki, Luca Marinelli, and Joe, Marwan Kenzari, were mortal enemies in an ancient religious war who eventually became lovers, and so much more than that, as their fates intertwined. Even the newer members of the group have their pain. Booker, Matthias Schoenaerts, left the mortal world behind in the early 1800s. The scars of losing his family, and really, everything he's ever known, remain fresher for him than for the others. It's a different kind struggle for him, more rooted in personal loss than persecution, but it's essential to Booker's arc through the story. Image, Amy Spinks, NETFLIX. Finally, there's Niall Freeman, Kiki Lane, a U.S. Marine and the low-key star of this story. Her awakening into immortality is a piece of what sets the movie's story into motion, and it's through her that we learn many of the rules of this world. Niall is no stranger to trauma herself, having grown up as a black woman in modern America, but the impact of that trauma on this new existence is more implicit for her than it is for the rest. Niall's journey is defined much more by her introduction to immortality and the immediate need to come to grips with that. And her understanding of that immortality is shaped by the growing connection to her new comrades. The looming threat they all face is a fitting foe, if not a terribly surprising one. A big pharma company led by the scheming slimeball Merrick, Harry Welling, gets wind of the immortals and hatches a plan to capture them. He wants to use their unique biological makeups to run tests and hopefully develop world-changing treatments. The Old Guard on Netflix is a great reminder of how satisfying it is to see Charlize Theron kick some ass. Really though, Merrick is in it for the money. Morals and ethics are foreign concepts to him. He regards the immortals only as potential test subjects and has no compunctions about imprisoning them and subjecting them to painful experiments. He's also a scrawny little coward protected by a hired army of men with guns.